Sustainability, I think, is one of the key topics in the industry. And Chris, please come. I was just trying to fill in the time until you walked over here. So the floor is yours, and thank you again.
Well, everyone, good morning. Welcome to the 14th Annual Capital Link Operational Excellence in Shipping Forum. As you can see, that our theme this year is going to be best practices, building long-term value through sustainability. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for the opportunity to be able to speak to you today and kick off this forum. This morning, I would like to actually spend some time talking about what I think is one of the most important value enablers in our industry. I'd like to talk to you about safety, more specifically in the context of three things. Why is this important and timely? How must our focus change going forward? And actually, what does sustainable safety look like, especially now in this very fast and changing world that's being marked by a new language of shipping, a new set of shipping shapers, a new set of technology readiness timelines, and now also a new set of boundary conditions. When I look at the extensive experience represented in this audience today and at the leaders of our industry on the agenda, it does represent the ideal body to discuss the future of safety. And you know, we need to have that discussion urgently, because although safety is the mantra of our industry, safety is not immune to the disruptive forces at work today in our industry. And our approach, in fact, must change dynamically in response. The challenge for all of us is to deliver sustainable safety gains amidst constant and rapid change. The maritime industry is in the early innings of a decade of change as we move into the fifth industrial revolution marked by decarbonization, digitization, and specifically AI. Going forward, safety, like the maritime industry, cannot be compartmentalized. Safety is becoming a global shipping shaper, and the maritime industry must adjust to a new and emerging safety protection frontier. This new safety protection frontier not only brings risk versus risk decision-making to the forefront, but ties all the elements together of the maritime industry, including governments, charterers, ship owners, shipbuilders, equipment manufacturers, ports, classification organizations, and insurers. Safety is now more than just compliance. It is now becoming synonymous with security, reliability, collective relationships, and most importantly, people. This new safety frontier will be defined by the use of digitization, data, and specifically AI to shape everything from regulation to operating procedures. It will be more real-time, condition-based, and system-oriented. It will, in fact, change the talent development equation from a historical focus on age, experience, and training to a new focus on skills and continuous learning. Together, these elements hold the key to addressing probably the single most dominant issue of decarbonization: identifying and managing the unintended safety consequences of significant change. So what does sustainable safety look like? How do we go about creating the conditions of safely implementing new technologies, new approaches, and new people skills? Safety going forward will not be defined as just the absence of accidents, but as a new equation of capacity and capability over demand. This new safety equation has systems thinking, well-trained people, and the percentage use of digital in the numerator representing capacity and capability. Demand is in the denominator, representing the complexity of an evolving decarbonization trajectory and rapidly changing technology environment. And as you see, and as you break this equation down, you will see the greater percentage of digital usage, the better the learning of people, and the greater the awareness of systems and their interconnectivity, the greater the safety. Conversely, the greater the demand, the lower the level of safety. So as you can see, our future safety protection frontier now is defined as that place where capacity and capability equal demand. For all that we focus on in terms of technology, I will tell you that safety is principally a story about people, and we will see that today. Our seafarers will be the critical factors in all this. An unexpected side effect of the advent of AI and technological advances in shipping more generally is a reinforcement, a genuine reinforcement of the primacy of our people. And quite frankly, the role of seafarers and shore-based specialists is going to become more important than ever as the humans in the loop providing critical oversight and timely intervention. Clearly, the coming generation of seafarers will need to acquire a range of new skills and competencies, and the industry will need to invest in continuous learning and development to ensure that these skills are effectively transferred. This needs a coordinated approach involving industry, regulators, and training providers to ensure that seafarers are adequately prepared for the change ahead. The changing dimension of safety will need to be reflected in this next generation of learning. Just think about the degree of change faced by a seafarer today. Dynamic versus static fuels, advanced electrification systems, innovative powertrains, active energy efficiency devices. Soon you can add carbon capture systems, the toxicity challenges of ammonia, and further down the track, maybe even nuclear propulsion. In order to prepare for this, we will need simulated AI-driven environments that make it possible for learners to immerse themselves in whatever world we design for them, such as walking around a ship and interacting with the space. So effectively, it is possible to have spent many training hours on the deck plate of a vessel before even setting foot on the gangplank. AI's ability to generate real-time insights, risk assessments, and behavior monitoring will improve hazard detection through visualization. Digital twins will be used to provide an operational representation of current performance and also to project forward. Unlike traditional safety, which is focused on looking backwards, AI's predictive ability allows us to tackle the major boundary condition of decarbonization and digitization, which again is the unintended safety consequences of rapid technology changes. AI and condition-based decision-making allows safety to evolve and adapt to emergent risks in line with the pace of change, highlighting the safety unknowns and allowing time to respond before it's a crisis. AI takes us to the next level of regulatory development and increasingly is playing a vital role in shaping the rules by which our industry is governed. Traditionally, multiple rounds of testing are needed to validate the analytical methods used for quality regulation. You know, AI slashes the timeline here, allowing regulation to keep pace with technological development instead of lagging in its wake. So AI is the future of the regulatory framework development and, in fact, the future of classification rule generation as well. In this way, the future of class and the future of regulations are actually tied together. The adoption of a condition-based decision-making model rather than the current calendar-based decision-making model requires embracing a fully predictive, data-driven approach. Data and predictive analytics employ a risk versus risk analysis to understand the system's character of safety, not the prescriptive component characteristics of safety. Digital brings together real-time insights from streaming data with digital engineering capabilities and digital twin technology to drive condition-based programs that result in more efficient machinery, lower emissions, and offer the potential for significantly improved safety performance. Through sophisticated data analytics on the ocean of streaming data from today's fully sensor-equipped vessels, we are able to, in fact, to unlock deep insights into the real-time performance of an asset, both in terms of operational efficiency and safety, but this actually is just the beginning. We can link into the logistics and supply chain, enabling decision-making geared to the live condition of the vessel. It allows us to get the right people in the right place at the right time to support operations all over the globe in the most efficient way possible. Ultimately, we are enabling predictive compliance and, by extension, predictive safety. This new generation of learning is one of the ways we can bring together the strands of alternative fuels, technology, regulation, and decarbonization that are all leading us into the new safety protection frontier. And I believe this represents nothing less than a paradigm shift in the performance of our industry, with the huge potential to unlock huge safety gains. But there does remain significant work to be done, not only in training and learning, but in systems development and understanding the impact of cyber-enabled physical systems in terms of connectivity and security, to mention a few areas, to ensure that the industry is able to fully capitalize on the opportunity before us. This will be critical because safety is not only the dominant boundary condition in the next 10 years of significant industry change, it will also be the dominant driver and global shaper for climate and energy security investment decision-making. Our approach to safety, our understanding of the changing dynamics and their impacts on safety, and our commitment to a new generation of safety learning will be the real enabler of our maritime industry as it collectively adjusts to change and brings the maritime industry together in terms of relationships, both public and private, charterer and owner, shipbuilder and equipment manufacturer, regulators and class, and of course, ships and ports. And finally, as decarbonization and digitization take center stage, we cannot forget, now more than ever, that safety is synonymous with people. Safety is all about having the right collective behavior, not just the right individual behavior, which is an important reminder, quite frankly, for all of us, that safety is a team sport and a shared responsibility. So with this in mind, if we want to ensure that the new safety era is truly sustainable, we should be investing and paying as much attention to the next generation safety learning environments for our seafarers as we are to the next generation fuels. I hope you enjoy the complete program today and use this time as an opportunity to share and discuss your experiences and your playbooks. We must always remember that our collaboration in this forum, in forums such as this, is in fact the real fuel that will drive our ability to build long-term value through sustainability. And as much as we're going to talk about technology today, always remember that Technology has no sense of humor, no instinct, or no common sense. People are the real heroes. Thank you very much.